Okay, welcome back from lunch, everybody. My name is Preston Miller. I will be instructing the remainder section of this course because our friend Lindsay is handing it off to me. So, I hope lunch treated you well, and I hope you enjoyed all the food that you ate. But yeah, moving along, we'll jump right back into things here. Moving along. Step-by-step procedures. We're going to talk about how to interact with guests and how to operate the PMS system while interacting with guests appropriately for efficient customer service with guests at the hotel. So we'll scan through all these, and then we will go back to each one individually and go into further detail and explanation of each bullet point. So first up, for step-by-step procedures. Greet guests with a welcoming smile. Next is gather appropriate information, information to know how to help the guest. Next, respond by first logging appropriate information into the PMS system. And then last, but certainly not least, follow through with getting guests the things that they need for a pleasant stay at the hotel. Okay, so going into further detail on each of these points. Greet the guests with a welcoming smile. Everyone, this is crucial. This is the first impression that the guest is gonna get with the hotel staff, and it can make or break the whole entire stay at the hotel. You need to balance the line between being excited and also being calm. There are two polar opposite situations that can be on either side of the spectrum and can be harmful. The first example would be we can assume that most of the families showing up to our hotel are traveling a good distance, and usually with families it can be quite stressful. So we're assuming that people coming on vacation are trying to get away and are perhaps walking into the hotel borderline stressed out because they just traveled quite a distance. The last thing we want to do when they walk into the hotel is bombard them with questions such as, "Hi, how's it going? Did you have a good trip? Welcome to the hotel." That's going to stress them out even more. You also, on the other side of the spectrum, do not want to wait for them to walk the whole way up to the counter without making eye contact or greeting them with a warm smile. But rather, you want to, when they walk in, engage them, make sure they know that they see you and that they're going to be helped by you, and smile at them, friendly, and welcome them politely and relaxed and calm. They don't need to be stressed out by your eagerness for customer service, but they also don't need to be rejected by your lack of acknowledgement of their presence in the room. So once again, greet the guest with a welcoming smile, be friendly, and just stay calm and do what's best. Okay, so to the next one. Oh, that's a dog. That's Gypsy. What a cutie pie. Huh. Okay. Next is gather appropriate information to know how to help the guest. You will not know how to help the guest unless you inquire about why they're there and what their situation is with the hotel. They could be a walk-in guest that has not booked a stay yet. That's information that you need to know. And you can get that information by asking them, have you already booked your stay, or are you looking to see if there's vacancy? If they have already booked their stay, then you know that you can look for different information in the PMS system. This is crucial. Good customer service starts with knowing the situation that you're in and responding appropriately to that information. But in order to respond appropriately, you need to know how to get that information. Okay, moving on. So, once again, respond by logging appropriate information into the new PMS system. You need to take inventory of all of their itinerary. The customers, all of their information needs to be logged into the PMS system, including arrival time, check-in time, room numbers, their credit card numbers will be in the system. Without this information being logged into the PMS system, the whole entire business as a whole will be unorganized and unable to keep clear inventory of business and their customers. This is maybe one of the most important parts of the whole entire thing. Okay, moving on. Follow through by getting the guests the things they need for a pleasant stay. Here at the hotel, what we're going to do now is when the guest comes up and you greet them, you get the information that is needed and you enter the information into the PMS system. You're going to give each and every individual guest a tour of the hotel. They need to know where the pool is, where the spa is, where the fitness center is located, where the hotel is, or where the cafeteria is. And then at the end of the whole entire tour, you're going to show them exactly where the room is located. There is nothing worse for us as a hotel than to show them where the cafeteria is and the fitness center are, and then drop them off and say, okay, I hope you have a nice stay. And then 5 minutes later, them being back up at the front office because they couldn't find their room. It takes little to no effort, or little to no extra effort, for us to show them exactly where the room is, and for us to just guide them right there. That way there's no confusion in the process. Okay? So now we are going to move into a question and answer. If you guys have any questions that you would like to ask us, then I can respond to those. Okay, yeah, so any questions that you guys have, I'd love to answer them.
I have a question. I'm curious, let's just say that there are numerous guests trying to check in at the exact same time. How are we supposed to take them on a tour and check in the other guests and not have them waiting for forever to log in and get to their room?
Yeah, that's a great question. What we're going to do with that situation is, well, first off, there's always going to be more than 2 people working the front desk. And so in the case of more than 1 or 2 families coming in to check in, you will check in all of those families, getting all of their appropriate information, and then we would want you to take them all on the tour together. This can build a sense of community even within the hotel, letting them make new friends, getting to meet other families, maybe their children can become friends, whatever. But you are going to take them all on the tour together, showing them everything about the hotel and where it's located, and then individually you will drop each and every one of them off at their room. And so if there's 3 families, all 3 families will come to that one family's spot. You'll drop them off, go to the next family's room number. So that is how we will go about doing that. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have another question too. Let's say worst comes to worst, there's a lightning storm, and the system is totally down. What do I do about that?
Yeah, great question there too. So we have a backup support system that is built into the PMS system, or that is for the PMS system. If the PMS system is down, you can still contact the support line through phone calls, through any kind of communication device. you can contact the live support team at the PMS system. They can help you log information without the internet and without the PMS system actually being up. And they will help you later transfer that information into the PMS system when it is recovered. Okay?
Okay. And if there's something that I don't understand how to do it, or if there's some glitch in the system as well, like everything's working fine, but maybe something's working a little bit slower than normal, can I find help with that in the same support team?
Yeah, that same support team, you'll be able to access that through the communication that I was talking about previously, or through the device itself, or through the PMS system itself. But yeah, that would be just fine for a situation like that as well. Or also talk to your coworkers. Maybe they have answer too. We're a team, and so we'll work together on things like that. But yes, the support system for the PMS should be good for that as well. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep moving. And actually, it is break time. So you guys can take a little breather, walk outside, have some water. I just ask that you guys be back by 3:50. So that's in about 20 minutes from now. So cool. I'll see you guys back here pretty soon, and we'll keep rolling. Okay, we are back from break. Let's keep rolling with the program. So we're gonna jump back into things with a role play of appropriate customer service and accurate use of PMS system. The goal here is to prepare you guys for maybe the worst interactions with your customers, with the guests. The purpose of this role play is to give you the opportunity to think on your feet in different circumstances. Every person is going to present their own issues or questions. It is your job to handle the situation in a professional manner. You don't know the type of characters that will walk in through the door. So this is your chance to prepare for perhaps the worst customers you could interact with. As was previously stated, it is your job to be professional and efficient. So you guys are going to break up into groups. Maybe one or two of you will be the customers walking in through the door, and then there will be one of you who role plays the customer service person at the front desk. The people who are the customers, you guys can blow things out of proportion. You can wreak havoc on the situation. This is to prepare the customer service rep to be prepared for anything. So while this could easily become silly and joking, it is a serious exercise and it is meant to prepare you guys for the job. So don't get too carried away. We're going to have fun, but we are going to, this is a real exercise, so let's make the most of it. I hope the role playing went well and was productive. It looked like you guys were having a lot of fun, and it also looked like you guys were having some good interactions with all of that. So we're going to wrap it up now. We're at the end of the course. Are there any additional questions before we dismiss the class? No? Okay. Cool. Well, I will see you guys at work. Looking forward to working with all of you, and maybe I'll hear some feedback from you guys later about the course. Look forward to talking to you guys and getting to know you guys more. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good evening tonight. We'll see you later.